Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video I wanted to talk about Clashfronts. We're now in the deployment phase and how this is going to work. So I'm not 100% sure on everything because we've just entered into this, but from what it sounds like and from talking to other people, I feel like we have a pretty good idea. So first of all, there's going to be 9 hours, or actually 12 hours from, I guess, the beginning of reset until the battles are going to begin. And so it's kind of important that people log in and deploy their teams, because I thought that the leader or vice leader would be deploying all the teams, but it's actually everyone individually has to deploy their teams onto this map. So what I've done is that, first of all, if you want to do an alliance type strategy, that is a good idea, because then it will allow you to deploy all of your teams onto a grid attacking an opponent. For example, we are in alliance with Olympians, so we're going to be deploying all of our teams onto this grid against solo leveling. And it will allow you to gain the advantage, take over that grid, and the opponent will not really be able to compete with you. So this is like a strategy you can use, alliance with someone who is adjacent to you. You don't want to be in alliance with someone who is opposite of you, because you don't know where everyone is planning their attacks, right? But if we know we're in alliance with Olympians, then no one should be putting their teams in this grid, or at the very least put very weak teams in that grid. Okay, now for the deployment, you can set up to 100 like progress, and because so the Vanguards, you have 5 Vanguards, each of them has 5 teams. 5 times 5 is 25. And then you have 25 remaining members, each with 3 teams. 25 times 3 is 75. So together that's 100. So in total, you can put 100 groups or 100 teams into one grid, like for example what we're going to try to do here, and then you're basically guaranteed to win that. I mean, if you're going to deploy 50 in each, then you're at a kind of disadvantage. So that's the advantage of being in alliance with people. Okay, now for the leader spot, this is the weirdest thing for me, that the Vanguard skirmish groups, so the Vanguards, actually a lot of their formations are going to be used for the regular deployment. The Vanguard skirmish, you're only going to be choosing one team. If we take a look here, only Vanguard member groups can be deployed for Vanguard skirmish, so mine could be deployed, but I'm not going to deploy mine because mine is not the strongest. The leader and vice leader can assign one group for each Vanguard skirmish, which sounds like, I don't know yet, but it sounds like we're just going to be able to put one in here out of all the Vanguard teams, which is out of all 25 teams. So that's pretty crazy, right? But then that Vanguard skirmish, if it wins, then you're going to gain a bit of a point boost to for your guild. So definitely your strongest guild member, and not only the strongest guild member, his strongest defense is what you're going to want to deploy here, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, okay. So apart from that, if you want to edit your formations, this is the other cool thing. You're going to be able to edit your formations even right now. Like for example, I tried it. Like let's say I want to change up my formation, and for whatever reason I want to put in, or I want to swap the position of these two. You can save it and it will save. And that's really cool. So like even people, I guess, who didn't already do their preparation phase, hopefully they'll still be able to set their formations, because there was one person in my guild who still didn't finish their preparation. So I'm hoping that they have the opportunity to do that. And also you can cancel, like for example, you can recall the group and you can decide, hey, I actually want to deploy one group over here. But we're not planning to do that. So we'll just put it back over here. But that's cool. The thing that is weird is that you cannot modify groups in this stage and then when the ballot begins. So it's really about people have to be logging in. Like, and there's some people who don't log in until the end of the day, like far after reset. And then you're going to be missing out, right? So that's kind of a problem. Okay, and then I assume after we do this first round, then we can begin going for these other middle territories, which are actually worth more occupation points. 25, for example, compared to 10 on the sides, adjacent ones. So that is interesting. So overall, this is just pretty cool, but it's kind of confusing for the first time around, but I guess everyone will get the hang of it. And everyone needs to be active at the beginning or at the first 12 hours after reset. That's the most important thing on the deployment day, because you cannot deploy people for them. I was assuming that guild leaders or vices could just deploy all the formations because people already locked them in, but you can't do that. Okay, so let's go back. And then I guess reports will show your match history after the match begins. Okay, so we will change back my formation to what it should have been. So overall, this is going to be really fun, but we'll have to get the hang of it on the first time around. Yeah, so that should be saved, right? Is it saved? Let's just see, preview. Yeah, it's saved. Okay, so apart from that, I think for next strategy, after we conquer the grids, then it will be about, like, for example, you can only always attack adjacent grids. So for example, like, if we control both the top and the right for somehow, then this one is only ours for the taking. I don't think anyone will be able to touch it until, like, future stages and they occupy another adjacent grid. However, yeah, so I think the strategy will be, for example, if we at least control this right grid, right? Then we will have a better chance of challenging this lower left corner grid, because at most Olympians could take this one and then they could contest us for this, and that would be it. The other people would not be able to contest you. However, this grid, for example, if red controls here, I guess even this grid is pretty safe for you to go for, because only one opponent will be attacking it probably in the next phase. But then I think in the final phases, everyone will have some control over certain grids, and then certain ones which are basically being attacked by as many as possible, those are the ones which are going to be the most risky. Okay, let's take a look at what the guild chat is saying. Oh no, no one's saying anything right now. Yeah, we need people to deploy the teams. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully this was helpful, and good luck on your Clashfronts performance. Yeah, I don't know honestly about the alliance type strategy. It can backfire if the person you're in alliance with is not trustworthy, or they can do whatever they want, right? You don't know where everyone is deploying everything, and so they can get an easy capture of a grid that you're not really gunning for. So that's something to keep in mind. However, I think probably what's going to happen is, in the end, the strongest defenses are going to conquer. Like, even if you can only control one grid, for example, and we lose out on the top grid, right? Still, we'll probably be able to come back and just fight for everything in the center and still be fine. So I think in the end it will come down to your strength, but also your members have to be active and deploy your teams on time, which is kind of, I thought you would have 24 hours at least to deploy, or they should let the vice or the main leader deploy the teams. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think about Clashfronts. Good luck on your first round. Hopefully you can make it to get promoted. You need to end up in the top 2. Rank 1 or rank 2. And that's why alliances also work really well, because people are like, I don't care if you take rank 1 or if I take rank 1, I just want to be in the top 2 so we get promoted. And that's kind of what Olympians said to us. So that's how alliances can be benefiting you. And also probably the other people might be in an alliance as well, right? And they might be sending all of their power onto your grids, so you want to try to maximize your chance of winning it. I'm not sure if you don't own any grid after the first stage, are you knocked out of the battle, or do you have a chance of fighting back? We'll see. But anyway, guys, I'll update you as there's more information on Clashfronts. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. And also, another cool thing is when you take a look at a zone. For example, we have 20 of our formations deployed here. We can click on this grid, and then you can click view all in the lower right, and this will show you all the different formations that people have fielded. It will show their fatigue level, and that is basically going to be indicated of how many consecutive wins they've had. So that's probably only after the battle begins. And so these are all the different people who have deployed their formation. So now you can tell people or inform people who haven't deployed to please deploy their formations. However, it shows that they're deployed even when they've only deployed one. For example, it will just say none deployed, or not that, and not that means they could have only deployed one and they're still missing out. For example, Subscenics has only deployed one. And yeah, Oh wait, oh no, he's deployed all of them. Okay, just he's deployed them in different order or something. Okay, so maybe it will say, yeah, but from what it sounds like, none deployed would mean none are deployed. If one is deployed, then probably it won't say none deployed, it will just say nothing. So yeah, because someone doesn't have all of them deployed, because we don't have, our vanguards have not deployed, right? Which means that it doesn't add up. I've deployed 5. Oh, it does add up. 15. 15 divided by 3 is 5. So 5 people have deployed their 3. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you for watching. I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video. Good luck on your Clashfronts, and I'll keep you updated if there's any more information about this. But thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. And until then, everyone, peace out for now.